I am Goose. This is my mom Shadow and my cousin Gator, and we've been at Camp Tuckerman for 15 years.
And we have also two other Camp Tuckerman children, Dory and Rock, who have graduated and gone off to college. My favorite Camp Tuckerman, there are so many favorite Camp Tuckerman memories, but my favorite Camp Tuckerman memory was when Goose was a pixie and I was a Brownie A leader, and at that point the Brownie A's, who are now chipmunks, slept over. And Goose went home with my husband while I slept over with my troop. And my husband took her home after a full extended day at camp with marshmallows, completely filthy head to toe. She fell asleep in the car, so he just lay her in the crib, picked her up in the morning, not even a diaper change, brought her right back, and drove up to headquarters and dropped her off. And everyone in Camp Tuckerman got a big kick out of it, and later on she got cleaned up in the hand washes at Bixie's
And everyone at
with
camp
some paper
knows that
towels.
story.
And everyone at camp knows that story. Gator, what's your favorite?
My favorite memory is because I don't get to see them all that much during the year, so it's really nice at Camp Tuckerman to be all together. And every morning we go to Giant in Starbucks, and we run in with our full camp
7
clothes,
minutes.
and we like jog in. We're like, ready, let's go, and we all come in and we
Knee socks and all.
knee socks and
Everyone
all.
at Giant knows us.
Yeah,
they
everyone
all know
knows
it's all
us.
the same people every year.
Yeah.
Goose?
My favorite memory is when we drive in every morning and we have our music blaring. We have the same 15 Camp Tuckerman songs that we've had since I was 4, right? And they've added on, but not the entire time we've been at camp. It's a few songs, and then they keep adding up. And we stick our feet out the window and we drive in.
And my favorite this morning, as we were taking an extra lap, because it's the last day of camp, so we went all the way to the top and came all the way back down, was Goose had her feet, because they only put their feet out in the safe areas, had her just put her feet out the window, and we passed by one of her raccoons, and the raccoon kid turned and put their feet out the window. We were like, yes!
Yeah.
I love the rituals at Camp Tuckerman, and I love that I've been with my kids for all these years.
And I love seeing Gator.
And I love having Gator for 2 years, 2 weeks, every day.
2 years every year. 2 weeks. She's the sister I never had.
That's true. Well, you have a sister.
She's the better sister.
All right, well,
The younger sister I never had.
Okay.
we're done.
Was singing with my family and the other PAs at Flag.
Mine was creaking with my dad and my mom and my sister. Mine was last year, me and my mom went on a hike with the bear unit, and we saw an old hobo shack, and we scared the foxes unit, and we saw the highway.
I like that. I definitely like making ice cream.
Yeah, 'cause you
And I also like that no matter what unit we're in, at the end of the day we come together at Flag. And on the ride home we talk about what we did in our unit that day and we share our stories. So that's one of my favorite things.
So we love Camp Tuckerman. We have been going for how many years now? We've been going for 4 years. We came first and we thought, who are these crazy people, right? We have to have campaigns, we have to do all these silly things. And then our first year, Amelia was a chipmunk and we did this silly skit. And I think that was one of my most favorite memories with my daughter because we did a very famous Girl Scout skit called The Enlarging Machine. And you start with this version, and then you get this version. Or you start with this version, you get this version. I don't remember, but it was really special because we had 3 teams of moms and their daughters, and we all got to participate, and that was my favorite one.
I liked yesterday because during there was a rainstorm, but we all, my mom and I, we got to huddle together in our car
Pringles? Never eat Pringles.
Cricket. My camp name is Cricket, and my daughter's name is Madeline. Introduce yourself.
My name is Madeline, and I am in the raccoons at Camp Tuckerman.
And we've been there for how many years?
4 years.
So I love being at Camp Tuckerman with my daughter because I get to see moments of insight into her child life that I think other moms don't have an opportunity to see. I get to see her in action, being independent and taking risks and being fearless. And I think that a lot of moms don't have that opportunity because they're not there in camp, living it, being gritty, being dirty, taking risks and being fearless themselves. So I love being at Tuckerman because I get to watch those special moments. What do you love?
I like being with my mom at Camp Tuckerman because when I see her, I get really happy. And even though this year, since I'm a raccoon, she's not in my unit, but I really enjoy seeing her, and I get really excited.
There's like that magical moment when you're walking along a path and you're in charge of other people.
It's crazy.
And you're taking care of other kids' children, and then you get to see your kid doing something amazing. Like yesterday when I looked up from my job and I noticed that Madeline was voted to participate in camp council. So I saw her being a leader and taking a leadership role, and I got to see that from my sneaky Eagles point as a leader from another position. Anything else? We love it. We're going to do it forever until we're old and gray.
When I was leader in the fox unit and Julia was a fox, we were getting ready for our overnight. And we had just gotten the tents up and everybody was settled in the tents. I think, were pajamas on?
Yeah.
Pajamas were on. I had just taken my boots off. And all of a sudden this cool breeze came over the camp. The sky turned kind of pinkish. And we heard the evacuation horn. I'm like, oh no. Put the boots back on. Grab baby the pig. Put the tent flaps down.
Actually, funny story. One of the camp members did not zip it up when the parents said to. Hint, hint, Allison.
Do you know baseball?
So anyway, we had orderly evacuation to the upper lot, and I was very proud of you because you were not with me. And this, you know, it's kind of nerve-wracking during that evacuation. And we went to our evacuation site, just like we were supposed to. Had a good time there. Everybody get picked up, and we went home because it thunderstormed all night long. I've never seen it rain like that. And what happened the next morning when we got back to camp? Everything was soaking wet, but we all survived. We made it, and it was fun.
Hi, I am Shutterbuck.
I'm Amethyst. Appa.
And we have been at Camp Tuckerman since Appa was a little girl, so she was a brownie bee, and Amethyst was a pixie. She was about 3 when we started. We've been here at about 11 years this year, and 10 or 11, we lose track. I think the greatest thing I like is the traditions of Camp Tuckerman, and that we just are always going back to the same things, and we can count on, like the ice cream and the songs and just everything. It's very comforting to come back and you always know what to expect. And the other thing I really like is that we get mom and kid or camper pictures every year, and it's really wonderful to see how my girls have grown and my boys when they were coming too when they were younger. Just love to go back and remember all the things we did just by looking at the pictures. It brings back all kinds of memories.
I also like the tradition to say they're very fun.
What about you, Alpa?
I was not planning on speaking.
She loves all the special mommy-daughter time. She really does.
Go ahead.
You go first.
Okay. I'm Lucky Aschenbach, and this is Kate Aschenbach, who's lucky to have me as her mom. And my favorite Camp Tuckerman memory is that every year the kids and I riding to and from camp thank me for volunteering my time at camp, and it's a little special thing that I can do to give them a special experience at camp.
My favorite memory is after camp on Friday. On the last Friday, we always sat around in circles and circles honking our horn at the people. And that's what it is. Did you say that?
You did not say that's where I was from.
Okay.
And my other favorite memory is making fun of Goose.
Oh, my favorite memory is when this one here was only 5 years old, and she said to me, "Mommy, I want to have a camp name." And then this one says, "Me too, me too, me too, me too." And she was in a cast because she broke her leg like a few days before camp started, and she could say, "Me too, me too, me too." She didn't know whatever it was, but
hi, I've been in Camp Tuckerman for 16 years, and now I'm a director. My daughters went through the program there, and it was great seeing all the leadership skills they learned at camp. And this is my friend Megan, who I've known since she was 5, because she and my daughter are friends, and we've reconnected at camp here. So.
I was pulled into camp and helping out because BJ, my aunt, was with it, and then Sunny was there, and so it's been a lot of fun because this is when I see her the most. So there's a lot of hanging out, and chatting, and just having fun at the camp. You know,
Silliness.
Silliness, yes, exactly.
who are you?
I am Clara.
Who are you?
I'm Rebecca.
And our favorite memories of Camp Tuckerman
Is the edible fire.
at making edible fire. And what about you?
One of my favorite memories was edible fire, but I have other favorite memories that also go along with the edible fire. But we just had to agree on one.
We loved edible fire. Making a campfire out of food was just awesome. We
It
all
was
loved
like
doing it.
candy.
Candy and yummy stuff like that. And learning how to do a campfire while we were at it.